Somehow I get really oppressive feeling from it. I see. Anyways, it looks really good. You really are amazing. Thanks. I'm glad I could draw you. You're an interesting person. You're an interesting person too, but that didn't help me much. My self-deprecation has no limits today, but Rin ignores it all. I knew that I could never compare, but to see the difference with my own eyes is quite humbling. See, I tried to make you look like you think a lot, since you did a lot of thinking. And yeah, I might have overdone the fed up with life expression, but cynics are like that, right? I want to retort with something snappy, but Nomiya gives me no time to think, ushering us to the door. Hurry up, you two. While we've been chatting, the rest of the club has already taken their leave. I quickly pick up our drawings and take them to the teacher's desk before hurrying after Rin, who has already left the classroom. She's not in the hallway, to my surprise. I wonder where she managed to run off to in just a few seconds. Would have been nice to talk more. Well, not that I have much to say, except maybe get back at her for calling me a cynic. It's surprisingly late. I already got used to school ending at the same time every day, so I could feel the extra hours in my head and my gut. My growling stomach reminds me that I am absolutely ravenous. I'm so hungry that I dare to try anything the cafeteria staff deemed edible. Actually, I like the cafeteria at work. The food there is pretty good. The fries are unsalted, but they do have salt there. I don't know why. Maybe for people who can't have sodium? I don't know. Even when I see today's delicacy, fried in mystery lumps, my steely resolve doesn't fade. I stuff the dinner down without tasting at all, which is probably for the best. I don't have much homework to do, but what little I have won't get done by itself, so I stroll towards the dormitories. Preparing for the post-homework lull, I knock on Kenji's door. Oh no, he responds on the other side, although I can't make out what he said. I try the door, but it's locked. After several seconds, the locks click open. He opens the door. Hi, hey, can I borrow a book? The library has already closed after I got away from my club meeting. He is squinting even more than usual. His eyebrows are twitching nervously. Club? That's dangerous, man. Oh no. Indoctrination, groupthink, brainwashing, you name it. High school clubs sow the seeds of conspiracy. Do you know how many secret societies have grown from high school clubs? Watch your back and don't get too deep in. You might not come back. Okay, Kenji, so how about that book? Sure, but return them and don't spoil any of my books. No drinks, no food stains, no bodily fluid. Ugh. Capiche? Sure, thanks. Instead of letting me in, he retreats from the door, closing it again. After a few seconds, he returns with a stack of 3 thick books and hands them over to me. Opening the topmost one, a familiar emblem stamped on the copyright page greets me. Your books? These are from the school library. They are now mine. You stole these? What are you talking about, man? I've been liberating these from the oppressive feminist movement that controls the library. Please say oppressive feminist movement doesn't mean that poor librarian girl, Yuko. She couldn't even oppress a wet towel. Kenji turns away, mumbling something I can't make out, and closes the door behind him. Before going to my own room, I enter the bathroom. While washing my hands, my eyes catch my reflections from the mirror above the sink. I try to look for the grimness Rin saw in me, but it's just the usual me inside the mirror that stares back. I attempt to tell myself that this is what I've always looked like, but I realize I don't remember what I looked like half a year ago. I wake up all sweaty, as if I had run a half marathon in my sleep. Odd, I don't recall sleeping badly. Since a little pang of worry through me, I wouldn't want to have my heart acting up without being able to notice it. Still, apart from this odd exhaustion, right after waking up, I'm feeling just fine. My mouth is like sandpaper, and I have nothing to drink, so I have to go all the way to the bathroom to take my meds. On impulse, I decide to take a shower while I'm at it. While I'm in the shower, I make up my mind that this counts as morning exercise if I properly compensate with a nice half-hour walk after school. Obviously, I wouldn't want to risk possible complications by going running now. Besides, Emmy we'll never know, and I think she's giving up on me in any case. Walking could be nice anyway, just to get the know of the area. There's a big forest in the hills behind the school, or I could go down to the convenience store. While still dabbling the moisture off my skin, I set off out to find my uniform. I quickly button up my shirt and pull on my pants before going outside. Normally during this time of the year, I'd be eagerly awaiting summer vacation. Having only been at school for a little over a week, I don't really have that kind of feeling. I'm still savoring the school life and considering the sharp and awkward turn my life has taken. I haven't had time to become preoccupied with getting free of it. Besides, once vacation hits, it'll be a nice surprise for me if I'm not expecting it, especially when the end of the term exams looming ahead. At least I don't have any catching up to do with my studies. My diligence is finally paid off. I push myself past the boys gathered in the doorway and flop into my seat. From the corner of my eye, I can see Shizune and Misha pause their unavoidably animated conversation and turn almost simultaneously in my direction. They clearly want something from me. I could tell that from the way Shizune smiles. It's too obnoxiously bright to be sincere and too calculated to be spontaneous. Good morning. Her greeting is made 100% cheer and bursting energy. Morning. I fail to put either of those into my response. You don't look very energetic. No wonder I don't feel very energetic either. I think I didn't sleep well, but I'm not sure. She slaps me in the back and grins. Cheer up a bit. It's a great day. I catch Shizune's eyes. She has a strange focused expression on her face, but she furrows her brow a little at direct eye contact and looks away. For a moment, I think Shizune caught a glimpse of my worries somehow and is pondering how to respond. But then she quickly straightens her glasses with her expression. Anyway, we were wondering if you're still interested in that student council position because we're going to make an offer that you can't decline. Wait, what? I wasn't really interested in the first place. You're putting words in my mouth. Not as such, but wouldn't it be nice to hang out with us every day while also being useful to your school? Well, I'll tell you the truth, I kind of joined a club, so it'd actually be sort of hard for me to join the council too. Even if I wanted to, which I don't, as I said. Is that so? Which club is it? Hichan? The art club? Shizune's eyes glint in a sinister way as she scowls at me. With the way she looks, I'll be expecting the art teacher to lose its funding. Art club to lose its funding before lunch break, and the art teacher to mysteriously disappear from the face of the earth. Before she manages to comment, the teacher finally enters the classroom, getting Shizune and Misha off my back and sending everyone rummaging in their bags for books and pens. I did join the art club, but the first meeting didn't really boost my confidence. I'm not really sure what I'm doing for it. I wish I could draw like Rin, but I don't know what I would do if I could. To what end would I use such a skill? I don't really know. Ignoring the teacher's sleep-inducing voice, I open my notebook to an empty page and press the needle-sharp graphite tip on the pencil onto it. What to draw? I really can't think of anything good to draw. As I hesitate and raise my hand, a meek black mark left on the previous blank page seems aggravating. I can't even seem to get to the starting line, let alone get started. And it's almost a physical feeling of being held back. Annoyingly, it reminds me of my failed attempt at jogging with Emmy. I look out the window in desperation. Right then, a small bird takes flight from one of the cherry trees that grow everywhere on the school grounds. I can't really see it clearly, but it's not like I could tell one tiny bird from another. But I pick it as my subject anyways. Conjuring up the image of a bird in my mind's eye, I turn my gaze back to the notebook and deliberately draw a thick line across the paper and get started. It seems to be mocking me as I can't follow up right away. Still, it's a start. Getting started is good. I slowly sketch the picture on the notebook paper, the image in my brain becoming clearer as the drawing takes shape. It's really nothing. Just that nameless nothing bird on paper. But that's not important. My hesitations fade into the background along with the teacher's voice as I continue my struggle. The feathers form a simple pattern in my mind, but on paper it's a mess of too many rough lines despite my best efforts. looks pretty good. Better than what I can do. I realize that I don't really know what a bird's wing would look like, even if I try to think about it. I even put the pencil down and closed my eyes for a moment, trying to trace the wings of the... where was it? Trace the shape of the wings in my mind. Being this serious about it all of a sudden makes me a little frustrated. Art class in middle school was easy class in between exhausting subjects like math or Japanese. But there's the other side of the art. Other side to art. The one that you see when you don't just fool around. It's almost like a completely different thing. Hit-chan? I look up to see two girls staring back at me. Misha and Shizune have carried their chairs to my desk and are now standing by my sides looking at my drawing. How long have you two been there? I think you need more practice. Shizune draws a few sharp lines in the air between herself and Misha. Hit-chan agrees. Rin said the exact same thing yesterday, but why does it sound less condescending? You shouldn't judge before I'm finished. Besides, don't you know it's bad luck to see an unfinished piece of work? Misha cracks in exuberant laughter. What? Don't be silly. There's no way that could be true. Whatever. Shizune's eyebrow furrow dangerously, and the movement of her hands become abrupt like slashing of a knife. You should learn to take constructive criticism better. I would if you'd actually offer some. I know I'm getting too defensive that Shizune's taking advantage of it, but I can't help it. What are you two doing here anyway? Misha wags her finger admonishingly at my nose. Tisk tisk, Hit-chan. Were you not listening to the teacher at all? We have a group assignment now. I nod bleakly and let them take the lead. So, what do you think of the lesson for today? Not much of anything. I didn't listen to a word of it. Misha slaps her forehead and shakes her head theatrically. What are we going to do with you, Hit-chan? Luckily, Shizune and Misha together are more effective than 3 or 4 normal people, so I can mostly slack on the assignment. I try my best to offer at least some assistance, but I end up being mostly useless. The teacher keeps us in class 5 minutes past lunch bells, but eventually lets us off the hook. I quickly stuff my books into my bag, with Shizune and Misha carrying their chairs back to their own seats. The failure of a bird drawing ends up crumpled and stuffed in my pocket as I hurry outside. Oh, well, okay. I guess, yeah, I forget at this point it's more time skips and it's not so much you go day by day like you do at first, which is good. After that morning class and throughout the week, I keep bumping into Rin. Hello. This is somewhat natural as our classrooms are adjacent, but rather than just cross paths in the hallway like people regularly do, we seem to pause at the sight of each other. We invariably end up taking a little bit, or just silently hanging out together. Talking a little bit. There we go. I think I'm getting used to being quiet in Rin's company, as it doesn't feel as awkward anymore. I am by nature somewhat introverted like her, so we fit together well. I think it's actually an anomaly for someone in this school to be so quiet. Most people here seem to love socializing. It's something that I've noticed already, even though I haven't been here very long. People here talk a lot, and then they talk all the time. It's rare when I see someone sitting alone, just spacing out or whatever. Obviously there are people like that here too. That Hanako girl and myself, just to name 2 from my own class, but overall they are a minority. At any rate, I wouldn't exactly call what Rin and I do socializing either, but it's something at least. These occurrences themselves don't bother me, but the fact that they happen at all does. I'd hesitate to say that we are drawn together by something. Well, we certainly act as if we were. However, the sense of budding friendship is completely wrecked every time Rin opens her mouth. Can I listen to your heartbeat? She says this, or something else about as outrageous, and I have to fend off whatever nonsense her mind has cooked up during the preceding class of a subject that she's not interested in. It seems Rin has taken a shine to my heart condition as some kind of extension of her interest into the outer disabilities than people here have, and the consequences of said afflictions. As I stand in front of her for a second too long, looking as flummoxed as I am, she concludes it is necessary to further clarify her request. I know I can, but I mean, will you let me? Why? Do I need a reason? I'm usually pretty bad with reasons. Not per se, but if you want to do it, you probably do have a reason. That's kinda clever. You are smarter than you look. Also, I'd rather you not. I think these things should be private. Private, I get it. I can tell you something, though, if it amuses you. I'm pretty sure it will. My heartbeat does sound very weird because of the, condition. And I hear it all the time. So you're paranoid. It's not a question, it's a statement. No, I'm not paranoid. The doctor said that abnormal attention to heartbeat is a common symptom of my condition. So for you, it's normal to be paranoid. It's not a question either. One could say that me being like this is in the first place isn't normal either, but what the heck. Paranoia fits me fine. I don't think it's something that actually can fit anyone or anywhere. I ate an orange today for breakfast. How was it? I'm vaguely proud of myself, managing to keep up with Rin's sudden change of topic. Excellent. I don't remember what I ate when I last ate an orange because it's annoying to peel one. It must really be annoying if you don't have hands. It's on a list of things I want to learn properly. How come you ate one then? Emmy had some, so she peeled one for me. Good for you. Rin stretches her back and yawns, says nothing further. She throws me a glance from the corner of her eye while she watches people pass by, but I couldn't say why. I realize that this is the first time I've talked naturally about my condition with anyone in a way. A group of boys walk past us to Rin's classroom, but she doesn't pay them any mind. They pay none to her either. My mind wanders off, spurred by the silence. Maybe I should have let her listen to my heart. It's not like it matters. Nothing really matters that much at the end of the day. I start feeling depressed for no reason again. It's like a tidal wave out of nowhere, rolling over my consciousness, submerging me underwater. I feel a sigh coming out of my mouth, and I turn away from Rin, pretending to read a poster on the wall. It's an advertisement for the school festival promoting an event almost a week past. The difference between me and Rin is that I'll be more likely than not dead before turning 30, while she can't eat oranges without help. I can't decide which one of us is worse off. I try to grasp the passing of time, but it seems hard. I'm still used to the rhythm of the hospital where trivialities such as the day of the week or time of day doesn't really matter. Everything was the same, no matter what. Rediscovering the significance of time is an oddly disorienting experience, and I find myself enjoying the fact that I can categorize events in this fashion. The relevancy of a ticking clock is surprisingly delightful, and I decide to start wearing an analog wristwatch, something I didn't used to do before. When I finally ask Rin on Thursday about something that's been bothering me for the entire week, it's already lunchtime. The time is somewhere between 11:06 and 11:07, as my watch doesn't have a hand to show seconds. It's the old-fashioned kind with the black leather strap and titanium casing. It doesn't look flashy, but the wristwatch doesn't need to. Hey, remember that sketch you made of me? How you said I look grim and gloomy or something? I'd like to know what you meant by that. She gives me a weird look, tilts her head a few degrees to the left, but doesn't say anything for a while. Well, you see, we've known each other for 2 weeks, and I haven't seen you smile even once. Her striking observation gives me a pause. Have I stopped smiling? I have to take what she says as true. She has no reason to lie. Something about the way she puts it annoys me. I frown at Rin, then try to correct my expression to look less depressed. I haven't been in the cheeriest of moods during the past few months or so, this is true. Does it show so much that someone like Rin can tell after so little contact with me? Should I try to smile more at Rin? Maybe she could appreciate it, having such a neutral face herself almost all the time. Have I really stopped smiling? I see. Should I smile more? I don't mind either way. Be as you are. You can't help being his sow anyway. But it bothers you? I just noticed it, that's all. Emmy skips along the hallway, jumps to a sharp stop when she reaches us, and lightly pats her on his shoulder. Ready for lunch? Depends on what lunch is today. Remember that stew from March? Never again, that. Let's go anyway, I'm starving. As they are about to depart, Emmy turns from her friend to me. Seemingly as an afterthought, she smiles charmingly. By the way, Hisao, her tone is way too sweet and soft to be sincere. I can sense the trap about to be sprung upon me by this miniature health devil. I know what she's about to say even before she continues, because I've been trying to avoid her all week. I still haven't seen you at the track this entire week. Maybe I've been there when you haven't. That's impossible. I'm there all the time, but you sleep and go to class. I do those at the same time as you do. Yeah, I know. I just haven't been able to pick myself up. Don't rat me out to nurse, okay? Running just isn't my thing, and I haven't come up with a good alternative. Why don't you come to the track meet this week, and maybe you'll get inspired. Track meet? Yeah, people from a few other schools come here for some friendly track and field action. It's on Sunday afternoon. I can't think of any reason not to go. Sure, I'll come and cheer for you. I guess you'll be running. Of course, you'll get to see me beat at the mall. But bye now. If I don't get something to eat, I'll die. See you later. Bye, Rin. I promise I'll smile next time. I call after her as a bit of an afterthought. Afterward, I feel embarrassed about it and wonder why I said anything at all. That night, when I'm doubtly certain that Kenji won't be barging into the bathroom, I look in the mirror and smile at my reflection. The me in the mirror smiling at me in the bathroom looks awfully fake. Damn, dude. It sounds like I don't fucking smile anymore, man. I can kind of feel that. I kind of do, like, little tiny smiles at work with other coworkers, because that's where I work. I don't actually work with guests at the casino. I could do a vlog explaining my job, I guess. I've announced it on Admins After Dark. I don't know if it's up yet. No, it's not up yet. Having exhausted the books Kenji lent me in the same few nights, I go back to the library, deeming it a safer alternative for getting my reading fix. I return to the books he has stolen while I'm at it, and to Yuko's delight, I don't tell her where I got them, though. Wow, you sure read a lot, don't you? Yeah, I guess I do. I mean, I do. Even I think it's weird. I think I might have a reading problem. Maybe I'm a junkie. No, I didn't mean it that way. It's not weird at all, and being addicted to reading is a lot better than being addicted to something else. Yeah, I know, it was a joke. I smile at reassuringly and drop the books on the counter so Yuko can check them out. I feel tired, so I sit down in the vacant chair in front of her desk. While Yuko goes through the modest pile of reading material I found, I let my gaze wander around the library. At the tables, a pair of girls is chattering in hushed tones rather than working on their homework. The short-haired one notices me looking in their direction and waves at me. When I raise my hand back, they glance at each other and giggle in unison. I'm not sure how I should feel about that, so I decide it's a good thing. The one who waved at me has a horrible case of epilepsy. I saw her having an attack a few days ago. It was one of the most disturbing and scary things I've seen in a very long time. Yet, there she is, happily chirping away about whatever, as if she doesn't have a care in the world. You know, the school is really something else. Yuko raises her eyes from the book she is going through. Slightly startled, she adjusts her glasses and puts on a nervous, confused smile. What do you mean? I don't even know how to explain it. It's just everyone's so active, or how should I put it? It's not just the festival thing. I think even though I haven't been here that long, it's been everything. People talk more, work harder, and just are more than in any other school I've seen before. I'm struggling for words, but it feels like I'm speaking honestly. The school feels so alive. Oh. I want to say it's refreshing. Sure, there were some people like this in my old school too, but not as many, and it feels more intense somehow. I think if I had to pin it down to one thing, the students here really appreciate going to school. I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah, me neither. Suddenly I realized that I've been babbling my thoughts to Yuko out of the blue. She's a bit of a jumpy person, so I fear I might have made a bad impression. She's looking at me with what I hope is curiosity rather than horror, so I figure she's alright. Sorry for suddenly talking about weird stuff like this. I didn't mean to trouble you. Oh no, it's not troubling. I'm happy to listen if you feel like talking. Makes me feel a little reliable, you know? Too. Yuko smiles sweetly in it, and a little bit ironically at that, I respond with a thankful smile of my own. As she pushes the neat stack of books across the counter, I stand up and gather them in my arms. Here you are. Thank you. I guess we'll be meeting each other again. Please come here at any time. Yuko's kindness is heartwarming. You can count on it. See you later. Boy, that sleeping thing. I mean, I love this transition. It's pretty cool. I love the whole game. Ugh, except when Kenji threw me off the roof. The morning of the track meet greets me with brilliant sunshine. I'm gonna save. I don't know how long I've been recording. I can go more. It's just. So let's see, that's 112. I've recorded for almost an hour. I have other stuff I should record, and I kind of feel like taking a break. So, yeah, and this is probably a good time to cut off because we just got through a transition. It's the track meet coming up. We're getting closer to Rin. We're discovering stuff. It's great. So, thank you guys for watching, and we will be back with more. I don't know why I always look at the load screen because the playtime's right there. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you all